Have you ever felt like your life is simply not enough? Not because something is missing from your reality, but because someone else seems to have more. They have a better job, a more vibrant lifestyle, or a seemingly better version of life. Slowly, without even realizing it, you begin to compare. Comparison doesn't start as something harmful. It often begins quietly in the background of our thoughts. You see someone doing well and a small thought appears. Maybe I should be doing better too. At first, it feels like motivation, but over time, it turns into a constant measuring of your life against others. Today, we are exposed to more lives than ever before. Through social media, we see success, happiness, and grand achievements every single day. But what we often forget is this: we are not seeing reality. We are seeing carefully selected moments, the highlights, and the perfect angles of someone's life. When we compare our messy everyday reality to someone else's highlight reel, we begin to feel like we are falling behind in a race that doesn't exist. Comparison slowly changes the way we think. It creates self-doubt, insecurity, and dissatisfaction. You begin to question if you are good enough. Even when things are going well, your mind refuses to feel at peace. It is constantly looking outside for validation instead of looking within. I remember a time when I had just moved to a new country. I found myself constantly looking at what others in my field were doing. I wondered if I was doing enough. It wasn't that my life lacked anything essential, but comparison made it feel like it was missing everything. This constant comparison quietly affects your health. It creates a state of internal stress, anxiety, and a persistent sense of restlessness. Your mind is always active, always comparing. Over time, this mental noise turns into fatigue, a lack of focus, and deep emotional exhaustion. You may have everything you need to be happy, but you still feel unsettled. The noise of other people's lives drowns out your own gratitude. Comparison doesn't just affect you, it affects your relationships too. You may begin to compare your partner or your friends to idealized versions online. Moments that should bring joy start feeling incomplete. Comparison creates distance because your expectations have been shifted by a digital illusion. Sometimes we stop seeing the value in our own life because we are looking at someone else's. We ignore our own garden to watch theirs grow. Perhaps the problem is not that others are doing better. Perhaps the real problem is that we are constantly measuring instead of living. Life was never meant to be a competition. It was meant to be experienced in your own way, at your own unique pace, without a leaderboard. The more we compare, the less we appreciate what is right in front of us. And the less we appreciate, the more empty our lives begin to feel. Maybe peace doesn't come from becoming better than others. Maybe it comes from no longer needing to compare yourself to anyone at all. This is Quiet Truths, a space to pause, reflect, and rediscover what truly matters in the silence of your own heart.
Thank you for being here.